Hello, my Canasta friends. In this clinic, we will be discussing basics, tips, and strategies all about Canasta, and we will play on real Canasta. In this video, we are discussing special hands, frequently asked questions. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. Part 1 was about the opening and your initial meld, and part 3 will be about your end game. If you're a seasoned player, test your knowledge and see if you can answer these questions. Please put any questions or comments in the comments below, and as I'm playing along, tell me if you would have done something different. Put that in the comments below. I do answer all questions and reply to all comments. Let's get started with our topic. Special hands. My first question that came in from my client or a YouTube watcher had said, can you pick from the discard pile for a special hand if the top card is the only card you need to complete your special hand? Unfortunately, you cannot pick from the discard pile. You must pick it yourself from the stock pile in order to complete your special hand. And a special hand is composed of 14 cards. You will have no discard. Number 2. Can 3s be used in a pairs hand? 3s are never used in a special hand or are kept in your hand during the game. The only exception is if you are going for a special hand of straight, which is one of everything, and that would include a 3. You never have 3s in pairs or any other special hand. Number 3. One puts down 4 7s knowing her partner has 7s in her hand. The person from the other team takes her turn and goes out. Do we get a penalty? Unfortunately, it's a big whammy. Yes, you would get negative 2,500 points for the 7s on the table that are incomplete, and you would also get negative 1,500 points for your partner's 7s in her hand. It's an unfinished 7s canasta, and there is penalties. So you're getting a big whammy of 4,000 points. Number 4, can a team go out if a wild card 7s or aces canasta is unfinished? A team must complete a wild card canasta, 7s or aces canasta before going out. Even if you had the requirements of 2 canastas and are able to go out, you have to stay in the game until you complete them. Number 5, when you are working on a special hand of pairs and you pick a wild card, can you have pairs of wilds? If you pick a wild card, you now have to have a pair of matching wilds, and in addition, pairs of 7s and aces, and 4 additional random pairs. So you no longer can go just for straight pairs. You have to include 7s and aces in pairs and 2 matching wild cards. Number 6. So the team has 4 7s down on the table and the partner has 3 in her hand. Do you get penalized for both an unfinished 7s canasta by one partner and the other partner has 3 7s in her hand, gets additional penalty for more than 2 7s. So this is almost the same as the previous, I think it's 2 questions ago. You are penalized for both. Incomplete 7s on the table is negative 25, and a penalty for 7s in your partner's hand is negative 1,500. So you're getting a whopping penalty of 4,000 points. So be very careful when putting down 7s. You have to make sure you're watching the other team, and you have to make sure where you are in the game if you're going to be able to complete them. I thank you for being on here this evening and taking some time to review these videos. Please make sure you subscribe. There are many more videos on here, both live and recorded, with lots of tips and strategies that can help in your game, and even some basic ones you can review. So don't miss any new videos that I post or when I go live, and make sure you subscribe. You can search here with the little magnifying glass any topic that you're looking for. I always thank you for being part of the Canasta class team, and supporting me each week or anytime you come on here and view a video. Thank you for subscribing, for giving me thumbs up for those videos you enjoy, sharing those videos with friends, and telling them about Canasta Class YouTube channel. And always, I love reading your comments that are added to the below. Make sure you read the descriptions of each video. I have lots of information also included in the descriptions. Thank you. Let's pop over to Real Canasta and play. On Real Canasta, we're going to play new game, 5 cards, which means I have to have 5 of a natural card before I put down a wild. This is after the initial meld, and we're going to play invisible mode. We're going to sort our suit by suit. We're going to place out our 3s, and we're going to pick a card. Place out our 3s, and then we're going to decide we need to get 125, and I am going to pick a low card to start off with. So I'm going to pick, actually we have pungs, which is a mahjong term, but 3 of a kind, a pair. Maybe we should try for a special hand. Let's get rid of the jack. Always look for a special hand first. And so that's looking for the special hand of zip code. That's 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 2 of a kind, 2 of a kind. However, my partner now has opened. I can no longer go for a zip code hand. I only can pick the pack when I have a pair. And I'm not going to put out my queens just yet, or my kings. I'm going to try to pick the pack. Let's put that jack out again. Perfect. I have 4s. I'm going to take the pack. And there were 8 cards in there. It's not a great pack, but it's pretty decent because look, I can put up my queens, put out my jacks, put out my kings. I'm going to see if my partner has any of this, and I'm going to discard a 6. And yet you would wonder why I don't put the 6s out. I'm going to try to pick the pack again. 1 7, you got to keep track of the 7s. 2 7s. I'm going to put out my wilds on the kings to have our 1 canasta. And we need another canasta. I'm going to, my partner discarded a 5. They put out 7s. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that 7. This is not a typical thing, but I'm trying to set my hand up so that we can go out as soon as we close another canasta. Oh, my partner picked it. I'm going to discard a 5. I can close this, and I'm going to be in a position to go out. So before you lay any cards, you have to ask your partner if you can go out. He says no, which means he has more than 2 7s or 2 aces. So I'm going to put this down. I'm going to lay out everything I can in the hopes that he can add to it. And I'm going to get rid of the ace, and I'm going to watch what he discards. And when I think he's clean of his cards, I will then go ahead and go out. He just put out 2 7s, so I'm going to give him one more turn. Let's see what he discards. He only has 2 cards. I'm going to go out. I'm going to put my, it doesn't matter if I put my 4 or 5 down, and then I'm going to discard the 4 and go out. He had a lot of 7s. He got rid of the ace, and he kept 2 sevens, which was perfect to be able to pick the pack if the other team discarded a 7. It's important to keep 2 sevens and 2 aces. It was a little risky at the beginning of the game when I gave out a 7, but I wanted to set myself up to be able to go out with my partner. When we got 2 canastas, I wanted to get out fast. We are at 2,220. We are still at 125. The other team got negative points. So as you know, in canasta, this always constantly flips around. So we're going to do another round. We're trying to get to 8,500 points. It's the first round, so it's anybody's game. Sort by rank. Put out your 3s. We're at 125. We're going to get rid of these low cards. My partner threw out a 6. I want to keep my 6s, so I'm going to get rid of a 4 or 5. You try to match your partner. I'm sorry, we should have picked a card. I put out my 3 but never picked a card. I'm going to get rid of a 4. My partner is opening. Tens, 9s, and jacks. Of course, we don't match very well. Oh, but I have a pair of kings. I'm taking the pack. And I'm going to hold on to my queens. I could put out my 1, 9. I'm going to hold the 6s and the 5s. I'm going to discard a 6. I'm going to try to pick the pack again. An 8. I'm going to hold on to the 8. I'm going to close the kings to get our 1 canasta. And I'm going to discard a 6 again. Trying to hold on to pairs so that I can pick the pack. The other team opens. And a queen. I can take the pack again. I'm going to put out all my queens because I'm going to hope we close them. Put out my 10. I'm going to not put out the 8s. I'm going to put out 3 6s because I want to hold on to a discard. Actually, what I should have done is not put out the 5s. I don't think you can take cards. Yeah, you can't take cards back here because they have 5s. So it would have been better discard. So now I need to discard, and I want to hold on to the 8s for a minute because the person on my left could have a pair of 8s. I'm going to do a 6. He just put out his 8, so I'm going to go ahead and put out my 8s. That's 1 ace. I'm not putting out the 9 because I need discards. I don't ever want to put out the 7s and aces. We need a wild card. There you go. Now I can put out my cards. I'm going to put out my 10, my 9, and I'm going to keep 1 ace and 1 7 in the attention that my partner has 1 ace and a 7. And I'm hoping one of us can get out to here at some point. Yep, perfect. Nice. We're at 3,550, which is now 155, and they did accumulate some points, but they had a big negative, so now they will still be at 125, but we're now at 155. When you're playing, you have to set your hand up so that you can go out. You don't always have to meld all the cards. Oh, that was a quick opener. I have no 3s. I'm going to get rid of this 6. They could have a 6, but it's only 2 cards, and I want to hold what I have in my hand. Probably will also, oh, they did have a 6. I'm probably going to also get rid of the 4. I need to get to 155, and we don't have enough points. So we have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. 105, that's it. We need more. Okay, I'm gonna put out nines. They have nines out. He didn't lay a 9 down. Another 4 I'm gonna get rid of. We have a queen. I'm actually gonna get rid of a 4. We need higher points. I guess I could get rid of a 10. I'll get rid of a 10. They have 10s. He did not put 10s down. I know he broke up a pair, but I'm trying to look for a safe discard. I could have gotten 3 10s. All right, let's get rid of the 4 again. All the 10s are now in there. I'm getting rid of my 4s. I know they're going to have a canasta of 4s. 9. We can get rid of the 9. Oh, that was a good thing I didn't put the 5s out. He had some 5s. Maybe my partner's going for a special hand. Could get rid of the 9 also. This is terrible. We're down. It's the turn card. I only have 1 joker. Let's see. We have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. We need another joker. That's terrible. And a 7. I'm keeping it. He put out 5s. I'm assuming he doesn't have 5s. I could also get rid of the 10s. Okay, not too bad. I mean, we did get negative points of 1,190. It did bring us down to 125. The other team, though, only got 250 points. They're creeping up, though. They're trying to get rid of their negative cumulative score. So we're both at 125 now. This game could last forever. Sometimes games last forever. Put out your 3s. Pick a card for your turn. And we're at 125. We definitely have 125 already. I'm going to get rid of the 10. I'm not going to put it out yet. So we have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We have plenty of points. I'm going to put the jack out. I want to get this stockpile built up, the discard pile. Excuse me, I want to get the discard pile built up so that my partner can pick the pack. Oh, we might have a special hand here. We have pair, pair. And then we need 3, 3, 4. Oh, he opened. I'm going to open next time so that my partner can pick the pack. Doesn't matter, they picked it. I could have picked a pack with the 9s, but it's only 1 card, so I don't really want to do that. I'm going to go ahead and open, and I'm going to hope my partner has some kings to close this canasta. And then I'm going to put out my 3 9s and hold my 6s in hopes that we get that. My opponent put 4s down, so I know he doesn't have any more 4s in his hand, so I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, perfect. My partner picked the pack. He was able to get some more cards out for us. He obviously has no kings. I don't want 3 7s. I'm putting 1 out there and counting them. That's 1 7. One 7, 1 ace. I'm going to slide the 4 over, and I was going to do that earlier. The minute they put out the opponent on my left puts out cards that I know I can discard safely, I put it to the right, so I have a quick discard. So I'm going to discard the 4. Yes, I could put out my 6s, but they might be good discards. I don't want to put out my 7s. So I'm going to hold back a meld because I need some good discards. If I start putting out my sevens, then he can probably pick the pack and get sevens. Oh, look at that, 9. I'm going to close it so that we at least have one canasta. And I'm going to put out my jack. Bummer. Let's see what my partner has. My partner's not really helping me too much. 10. 10s are closed. Fours are closed. Keep chipping away at these. I can put out an 8, and then I'm going to give up this 6. Beautiful, that gave us a canasta. That worked out perfect. Now I have discards. Safe discards, I should say. A 10 is closed. Beautiful, we got 1,295. They got 2,000, so they did win in points. But we're now at 155. We're up to 3,000, and they're at 125. They finally got out of the negative. I'm going to pick a card. I have no 3s. And I'm going to get rid of these single cards. We're at 155. We do already have 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then we can split up those jokers. And then we can put out the 5. So we have 155. They already put one out. I'm going to go out also. So this enables my partner to be able to pick the pack. So I'm going to put out 2 jokers. I'm going to separate them. I don't know. We'll have to see if we can actually pull one back with the 5s. You need that. My jokers with the 10s. And then my 3 9s. And they put out jacks, aces, and 8s. I'm going to get rid of a jack. Jack is a safe discard, so I'm putting that out again. A jack. King will go out next. Now I have a nice pair of 4s to be able to pick the pack. Ace can go out next. Oh, perfect. My partner had 4s also. I can put out the 10. I can put out my 4s. I can close the 10s. And I can close the 4s. And I'm going to get rid of the ace. I'm trying to get out of this game now. We have 2 canastas. Kings are dead. The person on the left only has 1 card. I'm going to put down my queen, and they can't pick the pack on my left because they only have 1 card, and I'm going to discard a 7. Hope we don't get stuck. Oh, we got stuck with aces. My partner had picked the pack. He had 3 aces, so we got negative 1,500 points. So we actually lost points in this game of 240. Bummer. Okay, next round. We're at still 155. The other team is also at 155. You're not going to make 155 with these little cards. So I'm going to start getting rid of them. My partner got rid of a 4. I'll get rid of a 4. When I look back 3 cards, I'm looking to see what each person got rid of. You are not allowed to look back any more than 3 cards. My partner got rid of an ace, which is interesting. They could be going for a special hand, but I'm going to get rid of a 5. We have the potential of a special hand. We have 4, 2, 2. We have to get 3, 3, and then pair, pair. Okay, they opened. The person on my left got rid of a 4. And I have a 4 to get rid of, so let's do that. 1, 7. So we need 155. We have 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. Yikes. I'm gonna break up these 9s. They have 9s. Two 7s. Two 7s, 1 ace. Okay, in a pickle now. We can do 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20. We are really short here. I can do a 7 in hopes he doesn't have 7s. We can try for a special. Oh, he just got all those cards. Oh, this is going to be a good hand for them. Okay, I'm going to pick a card. And now we have 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40. We're still short. I'm going to get rid of a 6. Oh, that was a terrible mistake. I could have got rid of the jack. Oh, that was wonderful. My partner got special hand. Yay. Oh, and they got huge penalty. They had 7s and aces in their hand, so they get a 1,500 for each. So that's the person who picked the pack. That's why you have to be careful when picking the pack, but usually you have time to get rid of them. So that's wonderful. Next round. Put out your 3s. Pick a card. Put out your 3. We're at 180. And I don't have that. I don't have any wilds. So I'm going to try for a special hand maybe. So we have 4. We need 3, 3, pair, pair. Let's get rid of the jack. It's going to take a long time. We don't really need all these queens, but I'm going to get rid of... maybe I should get rid of one of these low cards. Well, that was nice for them. They got 2,500. Oh, we got a penalty. My partner was holding on to 3 aces. He was trying to open or get a pairs hand. I guess he had... I would have got rid of that ace. He had plenty of points here. Yeah, he needed to get rid of that ace. We got a penalty of 1,500 points. And then everything else is negative. This game is flipping. They're winning. They got a pairs hand without wilds. They got 2,500 points for it. Let's put out our 3s. Pick a card for our turn. We're at 155. They are at 180. Gonna get rid of a 5. So we do have a clean triple. We have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. We have plenty of points, but we can't use all the wilds at once. Ooh, can we play a wild card canasta? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Ooh, we can. Let's go one more time around and then I'll put out the wild card canasta. This is where you have to add a clean triple because I don't have the point count in the wild cards. I have to add 30 points to come up to the point count. Oh, I got another wild card. That's a good day. Oh, my partner had wild cards. Perfect. They're going to have a hard time opening 180. And I should have picked the pack, but I'm going to go around another time. Maybe we'll get another 4. Oh, there's more 4s. We're building up that stockpile so I can pick the pack. A king. I'm going to get rid of the jack. I want to hold on to my pairs. There you go. It's a nice pile. I'm going to put everything out that I can to get 2 canastas. I have some wild, so I actually can close it. But I am going to see what my partner has, and I'm going to discard the 9. And then I have to get rid of this 2 7s. Oh, we got caught. We got caught with the more than 2 7s. Oh, they're so close to winning. Good for them. They got the zip code hand, which is a 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, and 2 pairs. Very nice. Okay, maybe they're gonna win. That's okay. Sometimes you can't win everything, right? Some nice hands we had though today. We're at 180, they're at 180. Again, no wild cards for me. That's gonna be tough to get 180. I will try for a special hand also. 4 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind. Unless I get all the 4s. I'm not gonna get all the 4s because 4s are in here. Let's get rid of a 4. You can come down with what's called a splash, which is 7 cards of a rank. Oh boy, they're opened already. I figured we don't have any wild cards. Just gonna keep getting rid of these 4s. Maybe I could do pairs. Kings and queens, huh? Oh, now I picked a wild, but maybe we could still do pairs. When you have a wild, you need a pair of wilds, pairs of aces, pairs of 7s, and then the remaining in pairs. They have kings. I'm going to put the kings out. Thanks. Let's see. He get rid of a 9. I'm going to do an 8. I'm sure he's going to pick the pack with this. I'm going to try it. That was a fresh card. This is a lesson to learn. Don't put out fresh cards. I'm teaching, you know, what not to do as well as what to do. That was a fresh card. I don't think it was thrown really. So they picked the pack with it. I'm trying to go for pairs. I need a wild, which they already have 2 here. I don't know if there's another big joker. Now I need a clean triple. 5s are dead. Oh, and these 4s are dead. But you can use dead cards in pairs or any special hand. Oh, good. My partner opened. I think they just sealed the deal, though. They're going to win. Unless they get caught with 7s or something. I have 1 ace, but it's not good to put down. I could put my 2 10s down. So that would be 5. That's not good to do. I am going to get rid of my 4s at this point. They're dead. Now I can put out my ace. And I can put out my 3 10s. Just get the points out of my hand. I don't have any 8s. 4s are dead, but queens are in 6th position, so I can put a queen out. Oh, let's close the 10s with my joker. Use the higher point value of a wild card. And then I'm going to put my queens out. Oops. Queen or king, it wouldn't matter. Oh, it didn't let me doing it. There you go. The other team did win this game, which is so interesting because we were ahead most of the game in the beginning. They were getting negative points. So it did flip-flop. So it's never over until you reach 8,500 points. Don't give up. Keep playing. You can always flip. I want to thank you for joining me this evening. And it's been a pleasure having you watch my YouTube channel. And next week we are going to talk about the end game. Remember, this is a 3-part series. It's called Frequently Asked Questions. So we already did the beginning, we did the middle tonight with special hands, and we had some great examples of special hands. And next week we will do the final part of the Frequently Asked Questions for the end game. I'll see you next week at 6:30 on Monday night. And thank you for joining me. Have a good one. Bye-bye.